Well, hello there. Uh, let's see. It is March 22nd, 2022, and it's been a while since I've done one of these. I'm gonna bring my mic a little bit closer to me here. Uh, yeah. So I do at least have one. I was wondering if anyone was gonna join me tonight, and I do have one person here, my dear friend Dash with Ash in Canada, and she did hit her first 500 the other day. You got that very quickly, and I'm very proud of you as well. Uh, and of course, it's different. I know that we're in different spaces as far as what we're doing. Uh, this is why they tell you to do kind of niche down a little bit and you had a very specialized kind of topic as far as doing online delivery services as far as food is concerned. And so if you haven't followed Ash, please go search for Dash with Ash in Canada. And of course, she was saying hello. And yeah, it's yeah, you really gotta follow her. So yeah, so no problem. And it's you have very good content. It helps that you have very good content and very informative. And so that's I'm going to talk about some of my YouTube journeys today as well. I'm still blown away when anybody actually looks at my content actually. So um, and I mean that in a very good way. I guess I was pleasantly surprised that we did have some people. I did have some people, you know, always joining. And just to kind of give you where I'm at as far as my live count is concerned, I'm at 972. And I was just like kind of blown away about the level of growth that I was getting, as far as my content is concerned, because, uh, well, let me just talk about my content then right now. So before we get into kind of the subscriber kind of journey here, but my name is Patrick, if you haven't met me. This is Everyday Tech. And I say this is everyday tech for everyday people. And I am in a space on YouTube where it's very crowded. This is the YouTube space, YouTube tech space. A lot of tech reviewers, a lot of people who are doing it very well. And yeah, but I would say that I was never thought I'd get up to this point right now, and I have been asking a few friends here and there who haven't checked out my page yet to subscribe and check it out. But I did that. I did a Facebook post in the beginning when I started it. I didn't get that many subscribers. I didn't expect to, but seriously didn't want to do. I seriously didn't want to get too much asking on Facebook too much about and Instagram to subscribe. I wanted to kind of grow organically. And one of the people here, Dr. Elo, is in the house. Um, he's really helped motivate me as well. So there's Coffee Talking Tech, John there. There's J.A. Smith with Jeff. There's Ash with Dash. There's Dr. Elo. These different ones have really inspired me to kind of do my videos and stuff. And I mainly do record content. So me not doing these lives, I kind of specifically just said, okay, I'm not gonna concentrate on lives. My content is very much how do I say it? Very much recorded video. So I'm gonna be upfront. I don't have the best I guess calibrated monitor here. So am I too blown out? I know on my camera here it says like these whites are very blown out. But how's the picture looking? I just kind of wanted to make it a little bit brighter. I do have a light up here as kind of my hair light. My hair is out of control right now. I need a haircut, but yeah. But just let me know how the picture looks tonight. I am trying to stream at a kind of higher bit rate actually on OBS. It was giving me some weird settings, but yeah. So that uh okay, awesome, thank you. um as far as my YouTube journey is concerned, the way okay, a little tab, but the picture is good. Okay, good. So I am let me I'm gonna bring this down just a tad bit on the ISO. I kind of wanted to make the background a little bit darker today and have that light on there. I didn't quite want to change the color of that, but just to kind of show off that I can, I can make it any color I want today. I kind of, but I wanted to make it a little bit earthy, kind of earthy tone, but I could change colors if I want to, but we're gonna just go back to basic white and just kind of light up that with a little bit there. So yeah, so I'm really just trying to dial it in. It's just been a while since I've done this. So as far as this is going, but the way, let me just give you a little history of how I started the channel. I just well, okay, I started from the motivation to start the channel came actually from live streaming pros with Lita live every day in, I believe the first one I did was April. No, I did August first because I remember that was already almost 3 or 4 months into the pandemic, and I was just kind of wanting to do something. And it was it was a very good experience for me just to get into it. And that's where I actually met John uh, from Coffee Talk and Tech there. But I started that, and part of one of the challenges was to do something, and my decision was to start a channel, and so I started this channel, and I kind of always wanted to start a similar channel like this because I wanted to do stuff. I realized I had so much stuff, and so I just wanted to do stuff as far as review. I just let me just talk about what I have, and I think a lot of YouTubers have all the latest stuff and because they can afford to, and I hope to get to that point where I can afford to do cooler stuff to get more views as well. I'm gonna be honest, to get more views, but also to get to continue to do stuff that people wouldn't necessarily do reviews on, because I think that's how some people connect with me on everyday stuff. Um so sure, I have stuff that I like, that I use, that are, not everyone uses it, but I think everyone wants to hear a different perspective as well. Like I have my iPad 11-inch Pro here. Not everyone needs one. Oop, hit the mic there. Sorry, but yeah. So maybe um, people will resonate. It'll resonate with someone as far as what they should buy and stuff. And then for next week, I'll give you a little preview. Let me pull it out here. Sorry for all the noise. I'm going to do a review on a cheap projector. And this was like 70, 80 bucks. And I'm going to let you know if it's worth it or not. This is the Ape Man. And there's a lot of these projectors on Amazon for that similar price point. So I'm going to go through things like that. I've been doing a lot of Raspberry Pi videos. Um, these are so hard to get right now. So, but last week was Pi Day, so I released the video on Pi Day, and tomorrow I'm gonna do one more video on my Raspberry Pi. So yeah, this has kind of been my journey, and I always tell this story. I had a goal, the beginning of 2021, to get to, I believe, 300 subscribers, and I hit around I think I hit 800 something by the time I ended. So um yeah, and so yeah, but projector wise, anyway, wait for the video. But I would say spend a little more money. Raspberry Pi wise, yeah, hard to get right now, but I've done so many things on here. So uh yeah, so we're all there. And so um yeah, so that was my goal of getting that. And so now my goal this year, of course, is to get to 1,000, so I can partly, yeah, sure, monetize, but I know that I'm not going to make that much money uh at all, but it was just a goal as far as that's concerned. And so as I said, I am at 972 at the moment, and I've been averaging around let's say 2 to 3 subscribers a day, which was a lot more than I could ever dream of, actually. And so I do want to get back to some of the videos that did resonate with people. Not that I'm going to niche down anytime soon. I don't think I will, actually. I'm still not at that point if I want to or not, because if I'm really serious and I want to do this like as a full-time job, then of course I'm going to have to niche down to a certain topic. Uh, so when I mean niche down is really just concentrate on everything, like very specific things. Uh, but my most viewed video is from this keyboard. This is the K7, and so I did I, as a as a kind of a how do I say this, as kind of a sneak peek on a future video. I did pre-order another version of this same company, and so yeah. You know what? So I I always say I'm not gonna look at the numbers, but it's kind of crazy. Even when I was at 100 something, it was just like I was always looking at the numbers too. So uh yeah, I'm not there yet though, and my content is my even my name of my channel is very general, and I do this purposely in that sense that I just kind of want to see what hits, continue to see what hits. Even at 1,000 subscribers, eventually, this is still gonna be. I'm still experimenting, right? And so, for a while, my most popular video was my um, cell phone case for my iPhone. So, uh, yeah, and it gets overwhelming, and you just kind of get into this type of how do I say it? Into this trap of just looking at it too much, and then you don't create if you look at it too much. So, uh, and that's great. And actually, your content comes very easy in the sense that you're forcing yourself to go out there, and you're just telling your experience, but you do a very good job of kind of storytelling and putting it together in a very good way. So there is that balance, of course, and yeah. I'm just, that's part of the struggle of doing everything in generally, is that I'm always trying to struggle to kind of tell a story. I always say that trying to improve in adding B-roll, but I'm just trying to get regular first too, and just see how get the process down. But I do definitely want to improve my video making ability. Sometimes it's boring. It's just me talking like this, and for some people, it's what they want to hear. They want to hear something very specific. And that's part of the reason why it's kind of been a very slow growth, but I'm glad to see it's a steady growth. And then, but there are certain tutorials and certain things that I'm doing that do resonate with people. So they do match, they do want to come back. And so Notion is one of them. And I'll get to that Notion in a bit. But keyboards, sorry, keyboards themselves, uh, I do enjoy, but it's not a how do I say it? It's not necessarily a passion of mine. But as I was telling Jeff J. A. Smith in his live stream when he was showed off his keyboard, uh, that community is crazy, like very passionate, crazy in a good way, I would say, very passionate. So it's like the gaming industry, every uh, very similar too, yeah. So I appreciate that. And I've learned to say, like, the way I present it is it's not going to be for everyone, but that's okay. And part of this is I'm doing this for me, as far as getting out of my comfort level. I'm not a talker necessarily, but I'm, no matter what people think, I'm really pretty introverted, and I'm actually not. I'm kind of shy as far as, or a little bit afraid of. There's a fear, not afraid necessarily. There's a little bit of trepidation. It's not my natural thing of public speaking, and so this is one way for me to really get myself out there and practice a lot. So this helps me in other ways, other portions of life, I would say. So yeah. Uh, oh yeah, you can tell. I think even the way I talk a little bit. And then I believe, did you say you were introvert as well? But I forget. We did have this. We did. I'm just laughing at Dr. Jesus. Um, if I'm not gonna talk, I just can't stand silence on my own channel here. So, uh, but I know what you mean. Yeah, there is something about doing this that gets me out of my uh I get out of my element. I get out of myself and I get into a different zone. So, um, and this is someone new here on the channel. Oh, into my lives, William R. So, thanks for joining me here. Do I know this William? Let me know. I think if it's the same William, then good to see you. If it's not, then good to see you as well. Um, let's see. The let's see. What was I saying? See, this is okay. So I used to do wedding. Um, okay. So then I know my good friend William, and let's see. I used to do wedding photography, and part of doing wedding photography is, there's a lot of different things going on during the wedding, and part of it is, I always say, half of being a wedding photographer is people management, and of course you got to get the shots, you got to do all the things, but when it comes to group shots and getting all the other shots, you really got to do a lot of people management. So that's what I was that's I remember doing my first couple weddings, shooting the weddings, and I realized, wow, I really get into a zone. um, and I just want to say hi to people that come in as well. Damir and Rigok. I don't even know how to say that, but welcome to this channel. Thank you for joining. Let me know where you're from as well. So, yeah. So back to like when I was doing wedding photography, it was like I was in a zone of, wow, like that me? Wow, that was crazy, right? And so yeah, so I realize when I do this kind of things, then yeah, I am in a different zone as well as far as that's concerned. So yeah, I've been talking for 21 minutes and I can't. It's kind of crazy. So welcome, Damir Rigok. I don't even know the accent at the end with the C. So it's interesting. I live in Mexico. So let me know which part of Mexico you live in. I've been to Mexico a few times, especially when I lived in Southern California. Been to Tijuana a few times, but I also took a trip to Mexico City one time when I was in college. So that was great. By far, the best tacos I've ever had was there. And not in just outside of Mexico City. I was in a town called Querétaro. So it was awesome, and I still can taste those authentic tacos as well. So, yeah, let me get to the other things that I want to talk about today. That's a CH. All right, awesome. East Coast, Playa del Carmen. Yeah, I definitely want to go back to Mexico one day. Maybe if my kids are old enough, we go on a vacation. Yeah, so definitely want to go there. My wife went on that same trip when we were in college, and we weren't even together then. We barely even knew each other, but eventually, yeah, we got to know each other. So not after that trip, but yeah, about a year or two later after that. So anyway, it's kind of a nice little uh little kind of memories that I have of Mexico and Mexico City as well. Okay, so the other thing I want to talk about, and I'm not going to have any screenshots of this, is of Notion. So yeah, and here's the man, Coffee Talking Tech. Uh, welcome, John. Well, June. Okay. Um, let's see. I want to talk about Notion, and one of my popular videos and one of my more anticipated videos is my Notion WordPress plugin. So I did this video on, if you don't know what Notion is an all-in-one application that lets you organize things. So it's a note-taking app, it's a project management app, it's a personal habit tracker app. So I've been using Notion a lot. And if you don't know what Notion is, check out my Beginning with Notion video, and then also check out Kat Mulvihill's channel. She's a Notion actually ambassador, I believe they call it. But yeah, but when Notion released their API, I wanted to create I'm a programmer by trade, so my profession is as a word is as a web developer, but I particularly work with WordPress a lot. I don't particularly work with words all the time, but WordPress a lot. And I created a Notion WordPress plugin. So you have a Notion document, and I was able to display it onto a WordPress site using a plugin. So I kind of want to give you an update on that. I finally have been working on it a little bit more. And so as Notion keeps on updating their plugin and updating features, then I need to make some of those features more available on the plugin itself. So I've been working through that a little bit more. There's a few features that I still need to add and a few features that they are going to continue to add as well. So I need to keep up with it. And then the next step also that I'm trying to do is, how do I say it? Submit it to the WordPress directory, and that way it'll be widely used. But I did an initial submission, and they sent me a lot of good feedback on best practices they want to see. So I need to update it according to the WordPress standards. So it's been a good experience as far as going through that process is concerned. If you don't know what Notion is or don't care about Notion, I'm sorry, but anyway, I'm very I've been having a lot of fun using Notion, and it's been a very good way to keep track of a lot of things. So I highly recommend using Notion and not getting too intimidated by it. It can be as complicated as you want it to be, or it can be as simple as you want it to be, but and it works on every device. So there are things that they can do to make it better as far as using it offline as well. But yeah, so that's what I'm thinking as well. Um, yeah, so other than that, I don't have too much to talk about tonight. I do. I want to get back onto a regular schedule as far as my video making is concerned. Um, yeah. And someday you'll start to use Notion regularly as well, John. So I know Jeff is really on it. He was just on Mommy Lala's channel, kind of going through even in a crafting for crafters. So uh, he did like a 2 or 3 hour live stream with her, I think on Saturday morning. So that was very good to see them. Yeah, Mommy Lala is another one of those YouTubers, just like very inspiring as well. So yeah. Other than that, like this thing about I guess the other thing I talk about, and I'm glad John is here as well, is this matter of I had a friend who was starting to ask me, hey, I want to up my game as far as streaming is concerned, and as you know, it's almost impossible to find cameras these days at a good price. Um, Although John doesn't seem to have a problem getting some deals, but there are deals to be found. It's just a matter of just looking for them very hard, right? And so, but if you can't, then it's kind of tough. There are a little bit of some alternatives out there. So I would say that I'm starting to recommend people. First, I'm talking about lighting is concerned, and then looking into a webcam. So at work, we've been playing around with some webcams for the conference room as well, and uh, yeah, no, and they're out there. It's just being patient and trying to find the right one for the right deal. They're all the used ones. Used markets all over the place as far as prices are concerned. So, but as far as people selling them, um, yeah, you need to find the right people at the right place, and you seem to be in a right place as far as where you're located. I think in between, like you could cover up my area and New York at the same time, trying to find those deals. But I guess my point is like, there are alternatives for people out there, even like the Elgato Facecam, which I want to try out as well. I know you have that too, John. And just getting the lighting out there. So, speaking of wonderful and inspiring people, we have Mommy Lala here as well. So, hi, hi there, Lala. Great to see you. I was just talking about you. Only good things, of course. Uh, and yeah, but I don't know if today's my growth, unless the Filipino community comes in. Anyway, here's the thing: is I was always tempted to like even message you or John or Jay and just say, hey, why don't you plug my channel there, give it a little bit of a boost, a little bit of a boost. I remember John, when you got that night. I always talk about that night when you got the 1K. You got a very big boost as far as that community is concerned. Especially the bearded community gave you a big boost. I mean, we were all there for you. So I think yeah. So I think I was gonna do a Facebook post, and yeah. Um I was gonna do a Facebook post, but I think when I get a little bit closer, and then I might do a Facebook post. Hey, friends, help, But let's my how do I say this? Those that kind of growth as far as friends who aren't that interested in my own content. That's okay. They're not everyone was like not everyone is into that. And so I think the people that are into it are already subscribed. And so I want to get people who are subscribed to really be there. But I think I like some of the content that I have appeal to anybody. So so I'm not too I'm claiming 1K by today. Wow. And this is, I know you mean Filipino time. So if I wake up tomorrow with 1K tomorrow, I know who I'm going to give a big shout out to as well. So yeah. So anyway, okay, so I am not going to belabor this. I haven't done one of these in a long time. So you've been talking for 30 minutes. I need to build up these muscles again as far as talking this much. Uh, but before I go, anyone have any questions for me? Could be any random question. Could be what my favorite color is, what I ate today. Oh, let me talk about this is when people start to tune out or something. But I had one of my favorite and this is, thank you, 10:32 p.m. This inside joke, but it's funny every time to both of us. Um, I'm in Philadelphia, and one of the things that is famous in Philadelphia is, of course, cheesesteaks, and you have to get it with whiz, okay, and onions. So, but and but one of the hidden gems is I had today is this place. I've had it a few times, but it's called Little Sicily's Pizza 2, and you need to get the chicken cheesesteak, the spicy chicken cheesesteak. And anyway, if you haven't gone there, that's one of the hidden gems in Philadelphia is the spicy chicken cheesesteak. And it's like, I think they just put some Indian spices on there. But anyway, it's so delicious, and you will Sorry, mouth getting dry. You won't regret it at all. So I don't have any water here. Sorry, I don't have a cough button here, but let me mute myself really quick and give you a little cough here. Okay. Anyway, um, but yeah. So John, if you ever come down, I'm going to treat you out to there as well. And you heard it here first. So yeah, and this is why I'm doing it, so you can be hungry, right? And I'm just kind of being mean that way. Although you are trying to get me over 1K, so I just want you to start your day with some energy. So go eat something good. So I want to go back to this, and you are one of my biggest YouTubers here for sure. Demir, I'm really glad you're here, and I hope you can come regularly. I'm not sure if if I do if I can appeal to you to come, but I'm not sure how many live streams I'll be doing, but I'll be for sure doing the doing my videos a week. So do I own a gimbal? I own a gimbal for my GoPro, and that's the only gimbal that I have. But yeah, I do have one that I got, and I got it for very cheap. But there's a story behind that as well. I'll save that for another time as well. So, um, wow, I need sometimes I need to go on a fasting. I'm naturally skinny as far as my build is concerned, but everything goes to the gut as well. So, um, uh, thank you very much. And I'm always trying to edit it down actually too. So sometimes, you know, I have like 20 minutes of raw recorded video that I try to cut down to, let's say 10 to 13 minutes, something like that. Yeah. And okay, so that's all I have today, I think. Well, no, let's see. Yeah, it's one of those things where uh it's great. Gimbals are great, and then all of a sudden you're not using it that much, but then when you need it, you really kind of miss it as well. Um, let's see. I'm gonna look up which one you have here really quick. Ah, gotcha. So you got the one for your basically for your mirrorless camera, right? Did you get the Ronin SC? Anyway, uh, have a great evening, Ash, and I know continue to crush it as far as your video is concerned. I hope I can get my 30 some subs before you get to your 1,001K. Um, but which really means you're crushing it as far as the subscribers are concerned, and your content is awesome as far as very informative, and you're just covering all the bases of all the questions that people are having. So yeah, yeah. Oh man, the past couple years of stuff, it's kind of insane. Every couple years, there's just a jump in technology. I kind of feel that way with the new Macs uh, in the processors. So I have a feeling like on the PC side, there's going to be that jump as far as processors are concerned, and so then they're gonna they're gonna they're gonna catch up as far as some of the integrations are concerned, like with the Macs. But of course, there's certain aspects of the PC that I wish that the Macs had as well. As far as the interchangeability, maybe that'll change with their Mac Pros that they come out. But of course, it's going to be out of my price range as well. But it's too much. It's already too much computer for me, and I'm running an M1 Max right now, Mac Minis, and these are plenty of stuff for what I do. And so yeah, so I'm trying to keep it as far as only trying to use what I need. I used to go crazy with camera gear and even getting stuff I don't need, and that's why I sold a lot of stuff before. Was buying and selling a lot because I realized, oh, this is I was just playing around with this. So Luckily, I do have access to some camera gear from work, and so I can check those out almost anytime I want to. So I'm hoping to do more of that as well. Okay, I said I was gonna go. That was probably like 10 minutes ago, but I really am gonna go. Got a few things to do before I sleep. Work tomorrow as well. Yeah, the most powerful CPU. Yep, and it was a little bit as far as power hungry is concerned. I mean, as far as energy is concerned, yes, it's way up there as well. So, great to talk to you, John. Great to talk to everyone here. Lala, Ash, Damir, Damir. I hope I got that right. Of course, my friend William dropped in. Dr. Elo always there. There he is. We'll see everyone. And thanks for coming in, guys. And I am getting something ready here. I'm getting my countdown ready here. But yeah, thank you for joining me, and I will see everyone very soon. All right, I'll talk to you all later. See ya.